Alright guys, I'm about to go in this spot on public. I've had kind of an interesting morning this morning, so I got to my spot that I was planning on going this morning, and there was a guy parked there, which is totally my fault. I should have been there earlier. He got there early, beat me to the spot. That's just how it is. That's the challenge of hunting public land, and that's what makes it fun and interesting. So obviously I wasn't supposed to go there this morning, which is fine with me. So I went to another spot on private on a hunting club that me and my dad are a part of, and checked the camera. I'll show you some pictures. There was some does that came through last Friday, but they haven't come back through in daylight since. So, and there wasn't that much nighttime activity either. And where the camera was set up, if they didn't walk in front of the camera, I wouldn't have a shot. I can't shoot anywhere other than in front of me, so they have to walk out past that camera. So that's why I didn't even try to put a sit up there. And plus, I'm on limited time. I'm not trying to waste a hunt, obviously. It's possible I would have got some good intel, but I doubt it. So anyway, so I'm back at this other spot. I have two cameras on this piece of public. One is right off the road. It's like 150, 200 yards off the road. Right over here, I'm about to check over a scrape that's on a transition line of a pine thicket off a bluff right off the side of the road. And there's a deadhead on this log I'm probably about to go pick up maybe. That I saw last week. It's a little spike. I don't know if I'll pick it up or not, but I'll show you guys. But anyway, and then I got one on a pinch point where I shot that doe on Halloween, coming down from a rub line off a bluff, and there's just a little drainage that goes right down into that big open hardwood bottom with a bunch of acorns. And it's probably nighttime activity, but you know, there's some fresh rubs going to it, and there was ground disturbance. So I'm just trying to find deer to where I might be able to backtrack them. And then there's pine thickets all around me right there. And there's a little hardwood finger that goes into one of the pine thickets that's right above from a really good creek crossing. So I'm probably going to go right there and hunt that edge, probably in that pine thicket, depending on if there's does or something coming through that hardwood bottom daylight. Nobody hunts back here where I'm going, so I don't have to worry about pressure. So it's possible that there's does coming through consistently during daylight, so I might sit up in the open bottom. But I got today, which is the day before Christmas Eve. It's Thursday through Sunday. I don't celebrate Christmas, so I got these 4 days. And this is a rare thing, usually about 3 times a year. The beginning season, sometime during the rut, and last week in the season, I usually take some time off, or get my schoolwork done or whatever, and I come down here and hunt, a little bit longer than usual. So the rut's just starting to kick off down here. It's pre-rut. It's not full-blown rut yet. Where I'm at in Alabama, it doesn't start till like sometime in January, maybe some places end of January into February. So I'm gonna bring my rattle antlers with me and my grunt call and my doe bleat. And if I'm in a thick enough spot where if they come out, they'll have to check out, like where I'm sitting. They can't see where I'm sitting. Then I'll call so that when they come out, obviously they'll still think there's a deer there until they get, into bow range. I want my bow, obviously. That's what I do. So, anyway, so I'm about to go check this camera. Hopefully we got a big boy on there. That would be nice. One's right off the side of the road, like I said, and then one's probably 3/4 of a mile back. So let's go check that. Wish me luck. Alright guys, I just came and checked this one camera that's right next to the road. It's only about 150 yards off the road. I had one doe, I'll put up a picture, come through last Tuesday, 2 days ago. It was a deer in daylight at 4:12, I believe, coming through. Never messed with a scrape or nothing. There's a scrape right out here that I found last week on the edge of this pine thicket that I'm about to show you. And I just freshened it up a little bit, and her doe track is in it. But she just kept going right up this drainage right here. Like she was going up there's a little field up here. So, anyway, I'm about to pull this camera. You can see. There's the camera. So I'm gonna go check another camera out that I told you guys about, where I shot that doe. It's just a little ways over. So anyway, I'll let you know what I find on that one. Well guys, that's not a scrape, and that's not good. That's where somebody dug out the ground to sit, right up down this point. down this finger. My camera is off in that direction, just a little ways. So hopefully it didn't get stolen. Alright guys, I'll put up that picture of the buck I got on camera. I just got one picture of him. There's a deer right there. Right there is the deer. Hey guys, I just got set up. It's kind of crazy, but it's 11:16 by the time I got set up. Which is kind of how I hunt. I usually just scout my way in, or scout my way to a spot, and then find the best sign and set up on it. But as you guys saw in the last clip, I was seeing some deer right after I checked that trail camera, or I had that buck on camera. And then after I saw that, I cut it off, and I couldn't get any footage because I was just seeing bits and pieces, and it happened so quick that you wouldn't even be able to tell. You just seen the woods. You wouldn't even be able to see any deer. You might have seen like a flicker or something of a tail, but I probably saw around 10 deer, and they were on the edge of this pine thicket right behind me, walking does, and then all of a sudden I heard a grunt, and then a buck was chasing one of them, straight head down, straight going right to those does, and right beside me over here you can tell where they've been running back and forth. There's a ton of rut sign on those trails. So I saw a lot of deer activity, and then I had a doe blow right behind me, and I've been sweating like crazy today. I put a little too much clothes on this morning because it was about 29 degrees this morning, and now it's warmed up quite a bit, and so now I was sweating like crazy. Because usually my scent control is pretty good, but I was sweating too much, so that doe blew at me, and then after that I didn't hear anything. And then probably 10 minutes later, I was just sitting down still, just looking. And then I heard a bunch of deer blow down at this creek crossing that's right below me that I found early season. So, luckily, the thermals were dropping then. Luckily now the thermals have started to pick back up, and they're starting to pick up this ridge. And I'm looking down at this hardwood bottom, and I'm right inside this finger that juts into the pine thicket. So I'm right on the edge of the pines, right where all the deer were walking in. So I've got my rattling antlers and my grunt call and my doe bleat. So I'm probably going to try to call some, especially since all that rut activity I saw. So I'm assuming that buck that I heard grunting is the same buck I got on camera, but I'm not sure. So we'll have to see, but anyway, I'm pretty excited. I'm going to show you guys this area and where those deer were coming and that kind of stuff. So all those deer were right out there, and they came across this ridge and looped around and walked the inside edge of this pine thicket right here. And there's a bunch of trails crossing right here with a bunch of turned up leaves where they've walked. And then I was sitting somewhere over there. Out there, they were about 70 yards from me. And then there's a bluff right over there that I almost sat up on, but anyway, so I'm on the edge of this pine thicket back here, and these hardwoods just go right in this pine thicket, and there's pines right over there that you can see right in there. There's some more pines, and then there's this hardwood bottom down here. So anyway, I'm super excited. Hopefully I'll get a deer. Good day one. This is incredible. This is the first morning I've been out here. I'm staying till Sunday, so I'm super excited. Hopefully I get one, and probably about 10 or 15 minutes I'll start probably doing a little bit of grunts, some soft grunts, and then I'll wait probably 20-30 minutes, and then do probably a rattling sequence. So anyway, wish me luck. Hopefully something happens. Hey guys, so So I came back to the spot where I saw those deer yesterday. I saw 10 deer total. So me and my dad came back in here, and he's across the bottom from me. He went across. He's sitting where they came out yesterday. There's no logging road on top of the ridge with privet all in it, and they walk out of there, and they side hill, and then they come on this. They walk on this pine thicket that's right next to me. Walk the edge and come down right next to me, and give me a 20-yard shot. So, he's probably gonna have the first shot. He's got his gun. And it's doe days right now on public land or national forest until January 1st with a rifle. So he's gonna shoot whatever walks past him. Most likely, he might pass. Hopefully for a buck, he might do that, which is fine because it's probably gonna come to me anyway, and I'll shoot it. But it is the rut they're chasing. But we need some meat, so I'll shoot whatever. But this morning, right at the AM major time, right today it's supposed to be like 3 something to like 6:30 AM. They were supposed to be moving, and we got in a little late. We got to our trees at probably about 7:15. It's 8 o'clock now. I just got set up, but there was 2 shots off over probably 800 yards back to my left. There's a guy that hunts over there on that comes off a private onto public, and he hunts a saddle right below a saddle off a bluff. I'm pretty sure the way the shots have been coming. He shot 3 times this year. Two times over there. It might have been, he might have somebody with him, but there's 2 people over there, and there's a bunch of dogs barking. And then he shot 1 time earlier in the season when we were actually walking in. So, and then also the deer. It seems like the buck that maybe I have on camera, maybe a different one, came through last night. There's a fresh rub up on the other side of this bottom, and then there's a scrape right down here that I'll show you guys in a minute. That's I don't think it's super fresh, but it's been messed with a little bit. I think he made another one over here, so there's a lot of sign in here. Like I said, I saw 10 deer yesterday and 1 chasing, so hopefully we'll get a shot at another one. Hopefully those guys pushed one to us. That would be nice. So anyway, that's the scrape right there is the scrape. And then as you guys saw yesterday, I'm sitting in the same spot, and they walk right through here and right down there. And my dad, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this. My dad is sitting right over there. So alright, that's going to wrap it up for this morning's hunt. Well, I say this morning. It is 2:10. So, it was a good morning hunt. We saw that 1 doe, which obviously was a letdown compared to yesterday. But I think I'm going to stick with this spot. It seems like the deer are coming through here consistently, even if it is that 1 deer. I'm just going to move over tomorrow just a little bit to a tree that's just a little further to my left, to where if they do come down and go in that bottom like they did today, I'll still have a shot. Or if they did like yesterday, then I'll have a shot there as well. So probably about to go check out that tree, and then go back and get something to eat. So I don't know if we're gonna go out for an evening hunt. I mean, once we get back and start eating and get everything done, I mean, it'll probably be an hour before dark. So I don't know, we might go out, I'm not really sure yet. So yeah, I'll probably come back here tomorrow and hunt till probably 12, and then probably set a camera in here for some, probably next week or something. And then I don't know what I'm going to do Saturday and Sunday. We'll have to see, so. And I'm just easing my way through here. And my dad yesterday, when he walked up, or I'm about to walk up, he said there was 3 fresh scrapes up here. Little basketball-sized ones, not community scrapes or anything. And I'm trying to find it. I don't know where it is, but there's a super fresh rub that was from the night before yesterday, probably. The same as those scrapes that's down here on one of these trails. And that doesn't really get me excited to see a buck in the bottom. That just makes me hopeful that he's still around here. So I'm starting to hear the squirrels bark, and they could be barking at me, but they're probably 60 yards to my left. So I'm gonna keep easing through here and listen and look and watch, see if I don't see something. Alright guys, I just got set up. I'm about 30 feet up in this oak. I guess it's an oak. It might be in hickory. Anyway, but it's 9:40. I got set up really late, but I eased my way in here this morning. I went super slow trying to watch, and I got set up right on the edge of this pine thicket that I showed you guys earlier. And then I realized once I got up here, there's actually, I knew about a drainage over in front of me, but on CalTopo I had slope angle shading, and it said it was a lot steeper, so I thought they'd be using these slider drainages, which I know there's a really good trail behind me, really good trail that they're using, but I think that's where that doe that I saw yesterday came out of, and the pine thicket wraps around over there, so I might sit up there tomorrow. I'm not really sure, but I'm going to sit here and see what happens. There's a lot of white oaks around me, so I know that next year, early season, this might be a good area, but I'm up high enough. I got up high enough to where I could see in this pine thicket to where I could shoot down into it if I had to, or I could shoot out in the opening up here. So anyway, everything looks good. I'm going to show you guys around this place, and maybe we'll get a deer today. We'll see. This is the edge. I'm on the edge of the pine thicket right now. And then there's a trail that goes right up this drainage right here and goes right up over the hill. And then right out here in front of me, that main drainage, that bigger drainage is right over there. And then you can see this is the spine of the ridge, and it drops right down over there into that bottom. But there's a lot of white oaks and stuff all around here, so maybe we'll get one. Alright guys, it's 2 o'clock now in the evening, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave and go back to the truck, go get something to eat. I didn't see anything, unfortunately, but my wind switched halfway through the hunt as well and started blowing into the thicket, but the thermals are rising so I'm hoping that it didn't mess anything up, but that's a possibility. And I was hearing stuff walking and running around all day, so in this thicket, so I feel like there's deer around me, and I'm pretty sure I bumped 2 deer this morning coming in this thicket as I got to my tree. I heard two, I'm assuming those deer run off, so that could have probably messed the whole one up too, I don't know, but anyway, I'm gonna get down and go get something to eat, and maybe tomorrow I'll get something, maybe. So my dad might be coming back tomorrow, so we might go double team a spot. I don't know, we'll see how that goes.